house today, and early this morning, and she was found deceased in her house.
No.
It was just past 2 a.m. on April 18, 2015, when the Lubbock Police Department received a chilling 911 call.
911, what are you reporting? Hello? Hello?
A woman's voice, trembling with fear, pleaded with a man named David. She begged him to put the gun down. Then, gunshots. And more gunshots. After a while, the line went silent.
David, why are you doing this? Why? Stop! Stop!
Unknown to the killer, the victim recorded her own death in a desperate 911 call. And that was all that was needed to seal the fate of whoever killed Jennifer Cruz and her boyfriend Albert.
And there was a 911 call. And in that 911 call...
David, stop, please. It's not working. How is this working? How is this working? David, why are you doing this? Why? Stop! You're totally here right now. What is your problem? You don't want to be in this. You love this family, right? Stop!
Officers raced to the location. When they arrived at the small home on 44th Street, the scene was nothing short of a nightmare. Jennifer Cruz, 27, and her new boyfriend, Albert Martinez, lay lifeless inside the house, riddled by bullets. And only bullet wounds told the grim story of their final moments. The police swung into action straight away. There were so many questions on people's minds. What could have gone wrong? Who could they have offended so much to bring them to this horrible end? Among the possible suspects, the police decided to start with Jennifer's ex-boyfriend, David Ricardo Carrillo, an innocent-looking man. However, he's known to be consumed by rage, jealousy, and an overwhelming need for control. And here is what ensued.
Well, I appreciate you agreeing to come in and talk to us today. We're just going to basically talk about just some history. Your cell phone, do you have it with you?
No, it's at my house.
At your house, and what was your home address? What kind of phone is it?
That's a Samsung 4. No 4. No 4.
And do you know your phone company? Is it AT&T or is it Sprint? Okay, and do you have any children?
Yes, I have 2.
And who's the mom to the children?
Jennifer Cruz.
And how long have you known her?
I'm 29, so I've known her since I was 15, 14 years.
And she's mom to both the children? Does she have any other children?
No, I was with her for 12 years.
12 years. And the reason that you're here today is that we do want to talk to you about Jennifer. We went to her house today, and early this morning, and she was found deceased in her house.
No.
Yes, and that's why you're here. We need to talk to you.
That's
and,
not
and
true.
give you that information.
No. What?
We just kind of want to talk to you about, y'all's relationship, how long you've known her. You're not in custody. You're not under arrest for anything. You don't have any warrants or anything. Since we are usually we talk to the person closest to them. I do need to read you some information for us to continue talking. Okay? And I know you probably need some time to kind of process it. Because I know you're probably going to want to know some information, and we can give you some information, and then you maybe help us with this case, okay? Do you understand? And we'll just go through some history with you, okay? Let's get through this so we can get through some more, okay? Get some more, maybe we can figure out some of them. Maybe you can answer some questions for us about what was going on in her life, okay?
Despite being told Jennifer was dead, he shows no emotional reaction and instead tries to act surprised. The suspect claims he last saw Jennifer on Thursday and was busy with his kids. But you will soon find out his story is laced with lies and riddled with inconsistencies. And then, almost too conveniently, he brings up Bo. Says Bo had threatened him before. A subtle attempt to shift the spotlight elsewhere? Or just a desperate man grasping at straws? But here's what really gets me. If someone you loved was murdered, wouldn't your first reaction be horror? Maybe tears? Even anger? Instead, David's acting like he just got news about a distant coworker. What do you think? Guilt, shock, or something worse? Let me know in the comments.
Let's kind of go through, you said you've known her all your life, right? Or since, let's kind of go through that, okay? How did y'all meet? And just take your time, okay? We're just here to try and get this all figured out, okay?
I think it was at a quinceañera.
How old were y'all?
I think I was like 14 and she was like 12, I think. I think it was like a year old.
Did y'all meet her in Lubbock?
No, she's from Brownfield, and I'm from Meadow. We were friends at first, and then we kind of got together like a year later. After we would see each other around like at quinceañeras and parties and stuff like that. And I've known her for a long time. I can't remember. I know I was at a quinceañera. I remember.
So y'all dated and through school?
Yeah. Well, I'm not too sure. I think I was maybe 17. I think when we started dating. I think we were friends for a few years. For about 3 years. 2 or 3 years.
When did y'all start living together? Or did y'all get married? Were y'all ever married? No.
We were 19, 18. She was living with her mom because I had went to jail, I think, when I was 17. She was pregnant with my daughter. I went to jail because my brother had got raided and I happened to be there at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I spent in jail for 4 months. And I got out when I was like, in January, around when I turned 18, like on February 16th, or 6th. And she was, I had my daughter in May, in February, so she was like 6 months. She was 6 months with my daughter. She was 6 months with my daughter. And then I got out, I had to get my license, and I had to hurry up and get a job, and they took my truck away, and the truck that it got impounded.
Describe y'all's relationship when it was good. Whenever y'all, did y'all ever, did the police ever have to come to your house? Was there ever any police reports filed in Brownfield or Meadow or anywhere where y'all lived or here in Lubbock?
Never heard her. I've never hit her. I've cheated on her a lot when I was younger. 26. It was 25, 26. I started getting older, and I was like, I can't be doing this to her.
Y'all never argue, never had any.
We
over?
argue here and there, but it would never be physical. I'll never hit her. Never hit her, never.
Did y'all ever have to call the police to y'all's house?
The only time she had called them is when we were split up and I was trying to get my stuff and she wasn't letting me get my stuff, and I got upset and I broke my TV because she didn't want to give me my TV. He was like, well, you can have it. I'm like, but other than that, he let us go. I'm like, I'm just here to get my stuff. I still got stuff over there. I still got tools. I still got painting stuff. I still got my car out there. My car in the back. I still have my gun out there.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a Glock 40. I think it's still in the little container.
What color container was it in?
It's black.
Do you remember where you left it in the house?
It's in. I know I took my shotgun, but I left that behind. I don't know why. I think it's because I stopped working for Loomis. That's when I was carrying it. I had that commission license. I think it's where the air conditioner unit's at. I think. I don't know if it's still there.
Is it a closet, or are you talking about a closet? Or?
Yeah, it's like a little. It's a little two-door, and I think I had it right there. I think I had it stashed.
David thought he could outsmart the detectives with lies. He just slipped by admitting to owning a Glock 40. Investigators found .40 caliber shell casings at the crime scene, matching the caliber of a Glock he just admitted to own. Notice his passive behavior. And despite being questioned for nearly an hour, David never asks about his children or expresses concern about Jennifer's murder, only about himself. He is trying so hard to paint himself good.
So Thursday, what time did you pick up the kids on? You said you had the kids on Thursday?
Yeah, they get out at 3:20.
You said it's Stewart Elementary?
And then, were the kids in school on Friday? Okay, so you took them.
Like, I go in at 6 so I can get off at 3 in order to get them. So I have my mom take them.
On Friday morning?
Yeah, Friday morning. So I'm able to get out at 3 and go pick them up. That's the only way I can do it.
Okay. So,
'Cause I usually go in at, it's supposed to be 7 to 4. But I told my supervisor, I don't have to go in early to get off early and get my kids.
so did the children spend the night with you or with your mom on Thursday?
Well, my mom.
With your mom? That way she could take them to
Yeah,
school, you could
then I
go in
get
and go to
them.
work. Okay. And so you were at home on 100th Street on Thursday night, and then you go to work until 3.
Mm.
On Friday, you go to work 6 to 3, and then at 3:30 or at 3:20 you pick up your
Yeah.
2 children.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, what'd y'all do after that?
Went to Walmart and then
Okay, which Walmart did y'all go to?
the one on South Loop 289.
About what time were y'all there?
And I went poured gas. Four maybe?
So right after, pretty much.
Yeah.
When was the last time you spoke to Jennifer Cruz?
I think it was Thursday.
Did you talk to her face to face, or did you
On
talk
the
to her on the
phone.
phone?
Yeah. She was saying something about her new boyfriend, I guess, who got out of prison. He's been threatening me. And I told her, you need to tell me to stop already, man. I was like, he messaged me saying that I requested his mom on Facebook. And Jennifer been split up already since August, so I don't know how long that is. It's good for y'all. Yeah, we might have had some words. He threatened me with the gun, and I'm like, well, I got guns too, but I was trying to
When
scare.
did he threatened who with a gun?
He did.
He threatened you?
Yeah.
How did he threaten you? Was it on
On a
face to face?
No,
or
Messenger. And
through Facebook?
yeah,
or?
through Facebook. I told him I got a gun too, and I posted. I just gave him a little picture of my old gun when I had one of my old pictures.
Of the 40?
Yeah, the 40. And I wasn't gonna do anything. I was like, man, just leave me alone already, man. And then he texted me the next day. Why are you requesting my mom? I was like, I don't know.
So he actually sent you a text message?
No, Facebook.
Facebook?
And that's when I called Jennifer and I was like, hey, what's going on here? I was like, what are y'all doing? I was like, what is this problem? I mean, come on. I don't know the guy. Yeah, I know he's from Brownfield.
Do you know his name?
Bo, I think, Martinez. I don't know his real name. And all I know, he was a drug dealer, I guess.
David initially claimed Bo threatened him, but later admitted he deleted their messages. Detectives find this highly suspicious, suggesting he was the aggressor. Jennifer's previous boyfriend had also reported death threats from David, showing a pattern of possessive and violent behavior.
Drug dealer.
When's the last time you've been to the house there on 44th Street?
I went there Thursday. Remember when I was telling you I
You
had to
looked
go
at the car?
Yeah, because she had, I don't know if she texted me or called me. I think she called me. She's like, well, oh man, I don't know what she told me. She told me something else, and she's like, well, you need to come get your car because they're going to give me a fine if you don't move it. And I think because the tarp was already blown off because of the wind and the rain. I was like, okay, I'll try to get it out by this weekend. That's what I told her.
So that was the last time you were near the house?
Did you ever go into the house on that day? Did you notice any damage to the house on that day that you hadn't, that was strange to you, or?
Not that she has an alarm on her,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Does the alarm work? Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
And what kind of an alarm system is it? Is it
Just
surveillance?
no,
or
it's just a basic. You type it in.
would
Do
the
you still have
alarm?
the code?
No, she changes everything. Sometimes Jennifer's real forgetful. She would just like, man, she'll leave doors open, and like the front window, you can go through the front window.
It's unlocked, or?
No, it's like it's one of the old school doors where the windows where it slides out. It has like a little locker. You can go through that anything. I was like, you need to fix that. I was like, anybody can come in here or y'all asleep. So I never got that fixed because I could never find the piece to. I really didn't. I should have tried more to try to get that piece, but I never really did. I was too busy trying to paint the house and make it look nice. And I was building a deck, a patio deck in the back, and I just, it wasn't even in my head to even think of it.
So, when the police got over there this morning, and SWAT's sitting out there, and SWAT took you out of your house, what did you think? Because that is not a normal occurrence.
I've had that done before.
You have? And
When I got
what happened when you were taken out of your house by SWAT the last time? Why did they have to do that?
when my brother got busted.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, I really.
So what was your thought this time?
Drugs again.
Okay.
I heard Jennifer thought I was a drug dealer.
Okay.
was like, I'm not selling no drugs now.
Why did she think you were?
Because everybody, some guy named, I don't know his name, but he's like, she invited me a while back to her house. I was like, what's going on? I was like, what are you doing? She was questioning me like, what are you talking about? I heard you were selling drugs. I was like, selling drugs? I mean, that's what I went to jail the first time. My brother's in prison for years for that. Why would I do something like that? I told her, I was like, you know I work hard. She's like, I heard different. It's like, I heard you're selling drugs for Rex.
Which brother is in the penitentiary for drugs?
My brother Michael.
Okay. Is he older or younger than you are?
He's older.
Okay. So you believe that it was probably a drug-related thing that Jennifer had called into the police, and that's why the SWAT guys were there and had asked you to come out of the home?
I guess, man, it scared the hell out of me.
Carrillo later admitted that he had been stewing over a heated exchange with Martinez on Facebook. The messages had struck a nerve. In his mind, this wasn't just an argument. It was a call to action. Armed with a Glock, he parked his car down the street, crept through a bedroom window, and came face to face with the two people he believed had wronged him. He claimed they came at him. But the facts told a different story. Neither Cruz nor Martinez had a weapon. The only person ready for a fight was Carrillo himself. The detectives grew frustrated with David's contradictions and evasive answers. They began focusing on physical evidence, his weapon, deleted texts, and the break-in details to build an airtight case against him. And finally, the detective broke it to him. The 911 call David was not aware of. You see, David thought he could outsmart detectives with his lies, but Jennifer's desperate 911 call from beyond the grave was all they needed to seal his fate.
You need to be totally honest with me. You know, we started working this case at 3 in the morning, okay? And there was a 911 call. And in that 911 call, she says you're at her house, okay? That needs to be explained by you. That's why I asked you so specifically, when was the last time you've been there? Because in the 911 call, she's calling your name and saying put the gun down. And it's all recorded.
Please stop, please. It's not working. How is it working?
Alright.
How is this working, David? Why is it doing this? Why? Stop. You're totally here right now. What is your problem? You don't want to be in this. You love this family, right? Stop.
You know, you've been very cooperative with us. But right now is the time that you need to tell the truth. You know, on what happened. And Bo's also dead. You know that. Okay? It wasn't a drug deal. It wasn't anything else. David, you were there. Okay? Now, as to why you were there, that's what you have to explain. I went back and listened to that 911 call, and she's saying, David, put the gun down. David, it's not worth it. I listened to it. It's all recorded. And it's not worth it over the relationship. You don't want me no more. All that's on. It's all recorded. So we know that you were there. Now, David, it's time for you to tell us what really happened. You know, I've been up front with you, you know, from the beginning. I said we need to talk to you about her. What happened, David?
Right.
Okay. And tell me what happened at 3 in the morning when we got that 911 call. Tell me from the beginning to the end what happened. Just in your words. This is your story to tell, you know.
Okay. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Which vehicle were you in when you went over there? The Dodge. And where was Jennifer when you got there?
You're right.
Which room?
I don't know.
Where was Bo?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
An escalator.
Where did you have the gun? Did you get it? Did you take it with you?
Yeah.
Where's the gun right now?
It's by that old CVS. On the lip. In the trees.
And where?
By the trees.
By the trees?
By the trees. Tom Street Place.
Tom Street. Oh, okay, off of Marshall Sharp Freeway. It's that abandoned building right next to Tom Street Place. What side of the building, partner? Is it closest to Marshall Sharp or closest to 34?
Marshall Sharp.
Okay. Is there anything else with that gun? Do you have, is the magazine with it?
I think so.
Okay.
Where's your clothing? That you were wearing? Were you wearing these clothing or something else?
Hold on.
So where about would the gun be if we need to go get it so no kids or no one gets it, okay? Where would we, if we wanted to go straight to that gun, is it inside the building? Is
No,
it
it's just stashed behind the trees. Where the gate's at, there's a gate, there's the trees where it ends before it first starts.
You say a gate?
Then there's a gate, driveway, there's a gate, there's trees, and it's right there.
Is the magazine with it?
I think so.
I appreciate your honesty. I mean, I really do. I mean, I saw it on your face, but describe, you see them in the house, you're inside the room. Did you go in the bedroom? Okay. And then you said it escalated. Tell me what happened in your words.
He came at me.
How did he come at you?
He got up and just came. Shot.
And what did Jennifer do?
Same thing.
In the aftermath, Carrillo panicked. He bolted out the back door, his mind racing. He knew what he had done, but there was no undoing it. Hiding the gun wouldn't erase the blood on his hands. The law caught up with him fast, and soon he was sitting in an interrogation room, struggling to justify the unjustifiable.
So why'd you go to the house?
I was gonna confront him. Tell him why is he turning me.
How far were you from Bo when you shot him? Do you remember?
Not far, 5 feet away.
Do you remember where he was shot at?
I'm scared.
Where's there? How about Jennifer? Do you know how many times you shot her?
I don't know. That's scary.
So after you shot both of them, was there anyone else in the house? Anybody else with you? Does your friend know? Does she know what happened? Did you tell anyone?
I wasn't supposed to happen that way.
And a lot of times when this happens, do you remember their words, any other words that they said to you? Did y'all have any kind of conversation before you got there? Had you called her, called him? Had you texted? Any conversations between you and them? Well, I'm gonna go tell them where to locate the gun, okay? That way no one gets hurt with it. And I'll be right back.
3 years later, in February 2018, justice arrived. A jury saw through his excuses and found him guilty of capital murder. The sentence? Life in prison. No parole, no second chances, just an eternity to reflect on the moment he turned 2 lives to dust. Jennifer Cruz left behind 2 children who would grow up without their mother. Albert Martinez's family was left grieving a son and brother taken far too soon. And David Carrillo? He traded his freedom for a prison cell where he'll have all the time in the world to think about the night he let his anger pull the trigger. 2 lives lost, a family shattered, and a man who will never see the outside world again. All because of a Facebook fight that spiraled into murder.